In this module, we will look at blockchain, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, and smart contracts and how they are used on blockchains. To start, let's look at Bitcoin, which is the originator of the concept of blockchain. To understand Bitcoin, let's start with the history of digital cash. In 1983, David Chaum introduced the idea of secure digital cash in a research paper. The protocols that he created kept clients anonymous and untraceable. Merchants had to return coins as soon as they received them, so the bank knows how much they are making, at what times, and so on. This was rather early in the 1980s, as the internet was not as prevalent. In 1990, David Chaum founded DigiCash to commercialize his ideas from his research. He had several patents on DigiCash technology, most notably the blind signature scheme that was used. However, DigiCash filed for bankruptcy in 1998 because it failed to get banks and merchants on board and could not support the peer-to-peer transfers effectively. DigiCash was still too early for its time. However, in the late 1990s, the rise of the internet and e-commerce became very prevalent, and PayPal came about. And this started a new wave of payment companies. These companies were mostly stored value facilities, and it made them vulnerable to hacks and security breaches. In the 2000s, the popularity of computer games and online games created the idea of computer game credits. Virtual items were first traded informally on multiplayer online games. This eventually gave rise to the formal sale of items by game companies in the mid-2000s and the introduction of game credits. Fast forward to 2008, Bitcoin was conceptualized. Bitcoin was first conceived by Satoshi Nakamoto in a white paper titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Satoshi Nakamoto's identity is unknown, and to today, there's a lot of speculation on who he is. In the paper, Satoshi described his ideas and his concept for a peer-to-peer money transfer system. In the paper, he also talked about traditional digital money transfers, and these requires intermediaries, such as a bank. A centralized intermediary decides which transactions go through and which to freeze. Banks need to take security measures, handle disputes, and this results in increasing transaction costs. Merchants need information about customers as transactions are reversible. So if you use your credit card at my shop, I need some information about you in case you reverse the transaction. With Bitcoin, trust is ensured by incentives, probability, and computation so that no bank interferes. This allows transaction costs to be cut while making it impractical to reverse a transaction. To quote Satoshi Nakamoto in his paper, with e-currency based on cryptographic proof, without the need to trust a third-party middleman, money can be secure and transactions can be effortless.